This training is brought to you by Groundwork, the Green Doctor team, and Sunderland Public Health. This is the Make Every Contact Count Warm and Dry training. In this training, we will explain what fuel poverty is and look at the physical and mental effects living in a cold home can have, help you identify the different types of damp and mould, explain what Make Every Contact Count is and help you use it in your work with your clients, and let you know about the different support that is available.
Fuel poverty is when households are struggling to heat their homes adequately. If you're using 10% of your household income on heating, that will put you in fuel poverty. The government uses the low income, low energy efficiency rating, which means if you're classed as low income and your home is inefficient, you would be classed as fuel poor. In 2024, over 6 million households used over 10% of their household income on heating the property. In the northeast, we have over 130,000 households classed as fuel poor, and in Sunderland, that's over 13,000 households. Living in a cold home with damp and mould can have many issues, physical and mental. Physically, if you've got an illness or you've come from a hospital, you might be slow to recover. Mentally, living in a damp, cold home has very negative effects. Obviously, depression, anxiety related to living in a cold, damp home. If you've got children living in a cold property, they're more likely to do worse at school and have mental health conditions later in life. So it is a really serious issue that we're facing.
Damp is when moisture in the air hits a cold place, such as a wall or a window. The water in that air then condenses and forms water droplets. If that water droplet isn't then removed, then mould can grow in those areas. The three main types of damp are condensation, rising, and penetrative. Rising damp is when the damp-proof course of a property has failed and water is seeping up from the ground into the walls. You will see tide marks up the wall about 1.5 meters. Plaster might be cracked and peeling off as well. The only way to resolve this is by fixing the damp-proof course. Water leaks is where water is getting somewhere where it shouldn't. This might be from a hole in the roof, allowing rainwater to get in, or leaking pipes within the house. Brown yellow stains will appear, clear drip marks too. It might also get worse during the winter months. To resolve this, the damage to the property needs to be fixed to stop the water from getting in. Condensation is the most common form of damp you will see, formed when moisture in the air hits a cold surface and condenses, leaving water droplets. If these water droplets are not removed, then mould can grow.
If you are coming across households that have got issues with damp and mould, the way we try and combat that is we think hive. So H being heating, you want to heat that house adequately. And what we mean when we're saying that is either 16 degrees will help combat damp and moisture appearing, or heating the house to 18 to 21 degrees in the kind of key living room areas. Then I, insulation. So is your house properly insulated? Cavity wall, solid wall insulation, loft insulation, things like this. V, ventilate. So what we're trying to do is trying to get the moisture from the house outside. So if you've got extractor fans, drip vents, making sure we are using those. If you haven't got those, just opening a window front and back of the property just to allow that damp moisture out into the air and fresh air into the property. That can again combat damp and mold. Then E, excess moisture. When we're breathing, cooking, bathing, all of that moisture is going into the air. But what can we do to combat that? So when you are cooking, put your lids on the pans. That will help reduce the steam buildup in the area. If you're bathing, putting cold water in first and then you're hot. That can help reduce steam buildup as well. If you're washing your clothes, rather than putting them on the radiator, can we put them outside? If it's winter or you don't have outside space, rather than putting them directly onto your radiators, if you use a clothes horse and put them by a sunny window and leave the window open, that'll allow the moisture that is in those clothes to go outside the house as well.
Make Every Contact Count uses day-to-day interactions between organisations and people to encourage and facilitate behaviour changes. It should help professionals give concise information to residents. It should only take a few minutes and it should fit within and complement your existing engagement approach. By using the 3 A's, we should be able to offer advice and support to the residents, as well as signpost on for additional services. Open up a conversation about the issue. You might have noticed that there's a big temperature difference between the different rooms in the home. You might have seen damp on the window or walls. Or the resident might be wearing extra clothes, which suggests the house isn't warm enough for them. Assist. Does the resident have the tools to help themselves? Are they aware of the other services and resources available to them? In case of social or private renters, where there is an issue with the building, the landlord needs to be informed first. We can highlight resources that might be useful to them, such as the Sunderland City Council Damp and Mould resource. Discuss other organisations that could offer more support, such as Green Doctor or other organisations that you can find on the Link for Life page. Finally, act. What can we do to support the resident making those changes? Do we need to support them in speaking to their landlord or the environmental health team? Can we refer them over for additional support with other services? Links for Life aims to bring together people within the communities to support everyone to have happy, healthier lives. It aims to give people information and knowledge around the services available to them within their community. It aims to improve connections between services so residents can receive the support that is right for them.
Green Doctor is the energy advice service from Groundwork, which is an environmental charity. We offer home visits and telephone advice calls to households across the North East and Cumbria. We'll come and do home visit checks, making sure your bills are accurate and up to date. If you've got any metering or billing issues, we can assist with that as well as installing energy saving measures such as light bulbs, draft proofing and radiator reflective foil, all in the hope that will help you reduce your energy wastage and help you save some money on your energy bills.